Welcome to the Home Organizing for Beginners podcast. In this podcast, you'll get tangible and simple instructions about home organizing. Instructions that keep you, your family, and your current season of life at the core, all while glorifying God in the process so that you and your family can finally feel true peace and joy in your home. I'm your host, Tammy, and in today's episode, I share 3 steps to get all your toddler's toys organized in a way that they can help clean up too. Wouldn't that be awesome? You are a busy mom with a lot on her plate. I know you are because you are just like me and you can use all the help you can get. And why not start them early, right? So we're getting straight to the point. Grab your pen and paper and let's dive in. The 3 steps are: number 1, decide. Number 2, contain. Number 3, label. Before we get into the details of each step, I want you to let go of that image that you may have in your mind. Maybe it's of an IKEA toy storage unit or something that you saw on Pinterest or handcrafted, or just this beautiful image that you have in your mind that you maybe saw somewhere on social media or at a friend's house. I want you to purge that from your mind at this point in time. Setting things in place so that they look good is a really difficult goal to set for yourself in this season of life. So though you may not even be aware that you have this image in the back of your mind, and maybe sometimes beat yourself up about it because your home doesn't look like a friend's home or your mom's home. But I want you to understand that there is nobody that is living life in your shoes, not a single person on the face of the earth. So you cannot compare what you're doing or how you're managing things to how these other people are or how they did. Okay, are we set on that? Perfectionism and comparison are easy things to pursue as a mom in our society. It's what we are hit with constantly, even from well-meaning people. So I'm not sure if you know this, but I send out an email each week with quick tips to help you organize your home in the normal flow of daily life. These are meant to help you not only organize your home, but also help you push back against what society says about us as moms and how we manage our homes and families. You can gain access to this weekly email by going to www.homeorganizingforbeginners.com. There are 2 terms that I use frequently to help you remember that organizing your home in your own way is not only possible, but it's what's best. The terms are simple equals sustainable and focus on the function over the fashion. So I'm going to elaborate on each of these as we get into the details of each step. Step number 1, decide. In this step, you're deciding what room the toys are going to be stored in. And I highly recommend that you go with the flow and decide to keep them in the room where they are now. If it's 2 different rooms, that's okay too, because we're setting up a process that functions for you and your toddler. Keep in mind that at this time of their life, your toddler wants to be with you or near you. And I know sometimes it can feel daunting. I remember that feeling like they were clung to me. And now, honestly, they're all teenagers, and I know you've heard this before, but I can't help myself. I really wish they would be clung to me at least a little bit sometimes right now because they're anything but stuck to my side. So again, keep in mind that this time of their life, they want to be near you, and that's a good thing. But that could be a reason that the toys don't stay in the toy room, if you do have one, or in a designated area of your home. If the toys naturally migrate to an open living space where, let's say, you're making dinner and your toddler is playing close by, that's what you want to lean into right now. Otherwise, you will be fighting an uphill battle. Does that make sense? Do you have a room in mind right now where you want the toys stored? Maybe it's 2 rooms. Think it through and make note of it. So step number 2, contain. You're going to utilize a container, a box, a bin, a basket. It's something that you already have on hand. I don't want you to go out and buy something new at this point. That's going to come later once you have this process working for you. At that point, you'll know exactly what it is that you need to purchase versus throwing spaghetti at the wall, which is what you would be doing right now. You would just be taking a guess. If possible, use 1 container, but no more than 2 containers in each room. This keeps it simple. you could do what we did when our three were toddlers and allocate the right size bin to fit each different type of toy, and then put a picture on the outside of the bin, put the bin in the shelf, maybe even go so far as labeling the shelf. Yes, I did do that. I did label each shelf with what each toy was. The bins were labeled too. We might have gone a little overboard. But we wound up with a different issue, and it was getting the kids to put the toys in the right container and putting the right container in the right spot on the shelf. It really just became very frustrating. And instead of toys laying all over the floor, we could get them to pick them up, but they would just shove them on the shelf. They'd even take the bins out of the shelf sometime so that they could put the toy on the shelf, but then they left the bin sitting on the floor. So I get it now, but I didn't then. They're willing to help, but we need to make it as easy as possible for them. And I'm actually going to take this advice to heart today because they're all teenagers, and I think I still need to make it easy for them because they seriously do not care if the toilets are clean. They don't care if there's crud all over the floor, right? I somehow need to make it easier for them. So for your toddlers, keep it simple. Okay, keep it simple. You can ask them to pick up, but if you're expecting them to put it in a color-coded bin or a specific basket, you're making it much harder for them. Instead, keep it simple and focus on the function. Your toddler will help pick up if he or she can put the toy into a box, a bin, or basket. So I really want you to think in terms of toy chest. All right, on to step number 3, label. This is my favorite part of the process because the kids can learn a little bit. All right, so write on or put a big label on the container you're using and just label it as toys or toy chest, or it could even be their name, right? It's never too early for them to start identifying words and letters and colors. So, like if you write toys, you could write each letter in a different color. Does that make sense? So here are your 3 steps again. Decide. You're going to decide what room or rooms you're going to store the toys in. Step number 2, contain them. Again, don't get wrapped up in how it looks right now, because I will tell you, if you get your toddler picking their toys up when they're done playing with them or at night before bedtime, that's going to be a game changer in your home. Step number 3, label. Label the container. Help your child start identifying letters and colors and things like that. So that's what I have for you today. I hope this episode helps you work towards the peaceful home that you desire, and I pray that you feel seen, heard, cared for, and loved. I will see you back here next week.